So, good morning. So, let us start unit number 3, which consists of two parts. The first part is dynamic force analysis of slider crank mechanism, and the second part is turning moment diagrams and flywheels. We will see first the first part of it, dynamic force analysis of a slider crank mechanism, and the analysis part goes for 2 lectures, and then we will solve 2 classes for the problems. First 4 lectures for this part 1, and remaining 6 hours we will go for the flywheels. Relatively this is a simple chapter and limited number of problems, so make it very serious so that you will get more marks in the end examination. Don't take this as a choice chapter. Take it as a compulsory chapter. Okay. So let us start with what is a slider crank mechanism and how we will do the dynamic force analysis on this slider crank mechanism. Okay. Let us see. You are aware of a slider crank mechanism. Okay. So from the basic fundamentals of kinematics of machines, okay, how a slider crank chain mechanism looks, let me draw. So this is dynamic analysis of slider crank mechanism. You are aware of this mechanism application and various real life components which comes under this category. One is a simple compressor and another one is an IC engine. Then similar the other applications of it which we use for various practical requirements already studied in KOM. Okay, so let me show the slider crank mechanism. This is a slider and this is the line of action. And this is the connecting rod and this is the crank. So this is crank with a radius of R, and this is the connecting rod with a length of L, and this is the slider. Okay, and let me assume this is rotating clockwise. Okay, so this moves from one end to the other end, so 2 extremities we can mark it like inner dead center and outer dead center. So this is called IDC, inner dead center, and this is called ODC, outer dead center. So it is a horizontal engine, okay, or a horizontal mechanism. We call inner dead center and outer dead center. If you consider it as a vertical, then it will become TDC and BDC, top dead center and bottom dead center. So let me name these points, like this is O, this is A, okay. Then at this position the slider is at B, okay. Then as you see, as it rotates like outer dead center it goes, then the slider comes like this, okay. Then the further it goes in this way. Let us assume like this is another extreme. Okay, B1 is the another extreme. Then let us indicate the angles made by the crank as well as the connecting rod with line of stroke. This is theta and this is beta. So beta is the angle made by the connecting rod, okay, with line of stroke, and theta is the angle made by the crank with line of stroke. L and R is the length and radius of connecting rod as well as the crank. So let us take this vertical from here as say Y and this point as A1. So this is the mechanism which I have shown, a slider crank mechanism where the crank is rotating with an angular velocity of omega and the radius of the crank is R, and theta is the angle made by the crank with line of stroke, and beta is the angle made by the connecting rod with line of stroke. And the moment at this position is B, A is shown, which makes an angle beta. Now in the process of it, when the piston moves from one end to the other end, like this end, when you come to rotating this for one clockwise rotation, or you can say anti-clockwise rotation also, it doesn't matter. So this will move for this extreme to the other extreme. Other extreme like this, it will move either this extreme or that extreme. Suppose if the crank is simply making an angle theta is 0, then the slider will be at this extreme at B1. So I will call this distance from B1 to B as X. So I am calling this distance X is from B1 to B. So X is the displacement of piston from inner dead center. So how we can write this displacement X, let us see. With this diagram, we can write the value of X, which is nothing but the distance from here to here is B1B. So this B1B can be written as, you can see, OB1 minus OB. OB1 minus OB is B1B. So how OB1 can be written? Suppose if this crank is horizontal, if the crank is okay with inner dead center, when it comes to like this at inner dead center, then what is the position of this connecting rod? This connecting rod is like horizontal up to here. You just imagine like this is a revolving, okay, this is rotating and comes to inner dead center here. The crank reached here, then at that moment the connecting rod reached to this position, where to B1 position. When your crank comes to inner dead center, then your connecting rod reaches to this B1 position. That means it becomes a horizontal line. This becomes a horizontal line, which is nothing but the length of R and L, that is R plus OB1 can be written as R plus L minus OB. How we can write OB? OB can be written as BA1 plus A1O. BA1 plus A1O. Okay, so what is BA1? BA1, look at this triangle. So in triangle A1B, in A1B, this triangle. So what is BA1? What is BA1? It is nothing but sine, this is a beta angle, okay, cos beta is A1B or BA1 by AB. Okay, so what is AB? AB is L. So BA1 by L is cos beta, or BA1 is equal to L cos beta. Okay, then similar in triangle A1O, AA1O, in triangle AA1O. What is my requirement? My requirement is A1O. So I can write cos theta. So cos theta is equal to A1O by, this is AO. So what is A1O? I have to find out what is AOR. So A1O by R. R, you can write A1O is equal to R cos theta. So let me substitute the same things. X is equal to R plus L minus BA1 L cos beta A1O R cos theta. Okay, this is the equation. Now define a term N which is nothing but L by R. What is this N? N is the ratio of length of connecting rod to the radius of the crank. So I will rewrite the value of L in terms of number of times or N times of R. Okay, so I can write L is equal to NR. So here I will replace R plus NR minus L plus, let me write NR cos beta plus R cos theta. So I take common R, which gives 1 plus N minus, this is N cos beta, N cos beta. Okay, so R is taken out, then this becomes cos theta. Okay, so what I did is I have converted the value of L, okay, in terms of NR. Wherever L is there, I have replaced by NR, and I have taken common R. So R into 1 plus N minus N cos beta plus cos theta. Okay, so once I get this value, I want to convert my beta also in terms of theta. I want to convert beta also in terms of theta. So cos beta can be written as root over 1 minus sine square beta. You know cos theta is equal to root over 1 minus sine square theta. Similar, cos beta is root over 1 minus sine square beta. Then what is sine beta? Look at this sketch. So sine beta. So what is sine beta here? This is sine beta, y by L. Sine beta is y by L. So I can write this is y square by L square. Y square by L square. Okay. Then this is, so once again you can see what is y. So this is in triangle AA1O, in triangle AA1O, what is y in terms of r and theta? You can write sine theta is equal to, okay, this is sine theta y by r, sine theta y by r. So what is y? Y is equal to r sine theta. Y is equal to r sine theta. So I will replace here 1 minus, okay. So in place of y I write r sine theta, that is r square sine square theta by L square. So we defined L by R is n. So it gives 1 minus sine square theta by n square. So root over 1 minus sine square theta by n square. So that gives me n square minus sine square theta by n square under root. So I can take the common this 1 by n square outside, which gives 1 by n into root over n square minus sine square theta. So cos beta is equal to, I can write this is 1 by n into root over n square minus sine square theta. So here let me put this is equation 1. So I substitute the cos beta in equation 1. So x is equal to r into 1 plus n. So cos beta we got 1 by n into root over n square minus sine square theta. So I substitute this cos beta in equation number 1. That is x is equal to, so this is the equation number 1, r into 1 plus n minus n cos beta. Where is cos beta? This is the value 1 by n root over n square minus sine square theta. Okay, n square minus sine square theta. Okay, then what is left? Plus cos theta. So n square minus sine square theta plus cos theta. So n get cancelled. So r into 1 plus n. So this is minus root over n square minus sine square theta. Okay, this minus into plus minus cos theta. So this is r into n square minus sine square theta. If I look at the values of these n and theta, you are aware of theta maximum value have 1, where n is ratio of L by R, which is a larger value. Compared to n value, n square value, sine square theta value is small. So this is n square is large. N square is large with respect to sine square theta. Sine square theta. So I neglect sine square theta value. Okay, sine square theta is small. So n square minus sine square theta, I will write simply n square. So I will neglect the term. Then 1 plus n minus root n square minus cos theta. So root n square is nothing but n. So r into 1 plus n minus cos theta. So n get cancelled. Finally, I get x is equal to r into 1 minus cos theta. This is the displacement equation. This is the displacement equation. X is equal to r into 1 minus cos theta. So this gives a simple harmonic motion. X is equal to r into 1 minus cos theta. Here the assumption is n square value is a larger value with respect to sine square theta. So n square minus sine square theta can be simply taken as n square, neglecting the value of sine square theta smaller value. Then this term is converted into root n square, which is n. So 1 plus n minus cos theta. So that gives x is equal to r into 1 minus cos theta. Okay. So that is what we have written. The displacement of the piston x when the crank moves and occupies a position where theta is said to be 0 or 360, then it will be a horizontal to another position where a particular angle where we have shown theta and beta angles. Okay, then we will see what is velocity of the piston, what is acceleration of the piston, and what is connecting rod velocity and accelerations. That we will proceed. So just now we have finished to find out the displacement of the piston. So now I will further proceed for how to find out velocity of piston. So let us see velocity of piston. Velocity of piston. So what do you mean by velocity? Velocity is nothing but rate of change of displacement. So we can write V is equal to velocity dx by dt. So dx by dt can be written as like dx by d theta into d theta by dt. Okay, so velocity is rate of change of displacement, and that is dx by dt, and that is rewritten like in this form dx by d theta into d theta by dt. And you are aware of d theta by dt is nothing but omega. You are aware of this from the basic fundamentals. D theta by dt is nothing but omega. Now let me write d by d theta into x. What is the x? Just now we have written x equation, that is without simplifying as it is. Without simplifying as it is, what is it? R into 1 minus cos theta, okay, plus n minus root over n square minus sin square theta. This is already we have derived just now. Then d theta by dt I replace by omega. So let us verify before simplifying the value of x, which we got r into 1 minus cos theta plus n, okay, minus root over n square minus sin square theta. This is already we obtained. So here let me differentiate this and simplify this. So r and omega I will take out. So this will be r omega, okay. Then what is the differentiation of 1? Differentiation of 1 is 0. And what is the differentiation of cos theta minus sin theta? Already here one minus is there. So this is plus sin theta. Then n differentiation is 0. Then minus, this is root x. So you are aware of it. So x to the power of, so root x is x to the power of half, that is 1 by 2. Okay. So n square. So this is how much it is? Root x is, so that is x to the power of half minus 1 minus half. Then the differentiation for inner terms, that is n and sin theta, that is, okay, what is the differentiation of n is 0, okay, minus sin square theta, that is 2 sin theta cos theta. So I have taken r out and omega is here, r omega. Then differentiation of 1 is 0. Cos theta is minus sin theta. Already here one minus is there. Minus of minus is plus sin theta. And here one more n is there. The differentiation is 0. Then what is left? Root over n square minus sin square theta with minus sign. So root x is nothing but x to the power of half. You are aware of it. D by dx, d by d theta of that is 1 by 2 into n square minus sin square theta. Okay. This is half minus 1. That is minus half. Then inside term n square differentiation is 0. Then sin square theta differentiation, that is minus 2 sin theta cos theta. Okay, then let us simplify this. This is r omega sin theta. Then here you have, you can 0 anyhow, that will be 0. Then what are the terms left? 2 sin theta cos theta, 2 can get cancel. So minus of minus plus, this will be plus 2 get cancel. So n square, this is 1 by 2 minus into minus plus 1 by 2, then 2 sin theta cos theta into this n square minus sin square theta whole to the power of minus a half. So this is get cancel. Okay, then I can write r omega sin theta plus, this can be written as or else if I keep this term as it is, this becomes sin 2 theta or sin 2 theta by 2. This comes into the as a plus as n square minus sin square theta. Okay, so this is the equation for velocity. R omega sin theta plus sin 2 theta by 2 into root over n square minus sin square theta. This is the governing equation for velocity. So what we did, let us see, we have written simply v is equal to dx by dt, which is dx by d theta into d theta by dt. Then d theta by dt is known to omega. Then dx by d theta is d by d theta of x. X is already calculated in the previous. So that value we have written x value r into 1 minus cos theta plus n minus root over n square minus sin square theta into omega. Then omega into r I have taken out. Then I am differentiating this inner terms 1 0 cos theta differentiation minus sin theta, there is already minus to minus plus sin theta, n differentiation is 0. Then here n square minus sin square theta under root, so root x like that. I have taken minus 1 by 2 whole to the power of minus 1 plus minus half plus 1, that is minus half. Then here inside n square 0, then sin square theta differentiation minus 2 sin theta cos theta, already minus is there. Then I can write, and this is once again like this, sin theta, then this 1 by 2 and this 2 sin theta cos theta. So 2 get cancelled, sin theta cos theta by root over this. Then this can be written as sin 2 theta by 2, and if I take it in the denominator, this will become plus, that is nothing but root. So this is v is equal to r omega into sin theta plus sin 2 theta by 2 root over n square minus sin square theta. Okay, so if you look at the value of this n and n square and sin square theta, similar in the previous way, we can say I can neglect this sin square theta term. So I can write v is equal to r omega into sin theta plus sin 2 theta by 2n. How? Neglecting sin square theta with respect to n square value. With respect to n square value. So assuming n is a bigger value and n square is still bigger value, then automatically you know that theta maximum will be 1, then this becomes 0, or you can comparatively 0, then this will becomes root n square, that is n, so I can write this. Okay, this is V is equal to R omega into sine theta plus sine 2 theta by N. So this is one equation. Okay, or if you consider even sine 2 theta by 2n also a smaller value, then I can write V is equal to R omega sine theta, okay, assuming sine 2 theta by 2n is smaller value. It is a smaller value. Then we can write simply V is equal to R omega sine theta. Okay. So then we will see the acceleration of the piston. We will see the acceleration of the piston. Let us see what is the acceleration of piston. Acceleration of piston. We have seen previous the velocity of the piston. Now we will see the acceleration of the piston. So it is a customary practice in kinematics and dynamics, writing acceleration is F. Usually you might have written earlier A, but here in kinematics and dynamics it is a customary practice writing the acceleration is F. So what is acceleration? Rate of change of velocity is the acceleration, that is dv by dt. So how we can write dv by dt? This is also can be written as dv by d theta into d theta by dt. So you have already seen in the previous case d theta by dt is nothing but omega. So before that, writing that part, I will write the velocity equation, that is which we got in the previous case, where the velocity without neglecting the last values, that is sine 2 theta by 2n, I will incorporate that also, that is r omega into sine theta plus sine 2 theta by 2n. So d by d theta of r omega into sine theta plus sine 2 theta by 2n. And what is d theta by dt? You are aware of, which is nothing but omega. Now, so I can differentiate the sine theta and sine 2 theta by 2n, okay, with respect to theta. So I will take this r omega and this omega as outside, that is omega square r omega into omega, r omega square. Then sine theta differentiation. What is sine theta differentiation? Cos theta. Then 1 by 2n, sine 2 theta differentiation, cos 2 theta, and 2 theta is differentiation is 2. Okay, then it becomes omega square r, okay, cos theta, 2 get cancelled. This is cos 2 theta by n. So you can see the acceleration F is omega square r into cos theta plus cos 2 theta by n. We know that n is larger value n is large. And what about cos 2 theta maximum? Cos 2 theta max is 1, is equal to 1, maximum 1. So then 1 by a large value of n, 1 by large value of n, that can be neglected. So 1 by n, okay, this is cos theta is maximum 1. So 1 by n is smaller value. It can be neglected. It can be neglected. So if I neglect this value, how I am neglecting this? Assuming n is a larger value and cos 2 theta is maximum 1, so that 1 by n is a smaller value and it is neglected, then I can simply write f is equal to omega square r cos theta. F can be written as omega square r cos theta. Suppose if I don't neglect this and I write a special cases like theta is 0, okay, that is one of its dead center, that is at inner dead center, okay, then if you write the value of f is, so omega square r cos 0 plus cos 2 0 by n. So this can be written as omega square r into 1 plus 1 by n. This is a separate case. F is equal to omega square r into 1 plus 1 by n. Similar, we can write theta is equal to 180 degrees, that is at outer dead center. That is at outer dead center. You can write the same, f is equal to omega square r, then cos 180 plus cos 360, okay, by n. Then this becomes omega square r cos 180, that is in the third quadrant. So cos 180 is minus 1 and this is cos 361 1 by n. So f is equal to omega square r into minus 1 plus 1 by n. Okay. So this is the acceleration of the piston. Okay. Similar, we can write for the reversing the position of the crank further. Okay.